Life can be a bit like a complicated dance. I used to dance all by myself, thinking that happiness was something you find alone. But then fate had a surprise for me, a random meeting that completely changed my story. And here comes my husband now, completely unexpected, turning my solo dance into a beautiful duet. Love just happened, making my solo plans disappear, replaced by dreams we share and destinies all tangled up together. In the enchanting dance of romance, our shared dreams painted a future family on the canvas of our lives. It was a canvas I hadn't noticed until his vibrant presence added colors to my world. Parenthood and unforeseen choreography took the spotlight in our conversations, and although the stage was set, the role of parent wasn't in my script. Crossing the threshold of 35, the ticking clock echoed the health risks of later motherhood, adding both complexity and depth to our shared narrative. 6 months into marital bliss, the unexpected news of pregnancy brought a mix of surprise and joy. Despite occasional worries about readiness, the warmth of love and anticipation surrounded us. Preparations for the impending arrival began, accompanied by lifestyle changes, ensuring the health and development of our little one. Throughout the pregnancy, my husband was caring and involved, focusing on healthy habits and planning our child's future. During the early months of pregnancy, illness struck and my health declined. Perhaps age played a role, as my body seemed less resilient despite self-care efforts. Our son arrived, bringing immense happiness. Yet, 3 months post-birth, my headaches intensified. One day, alone with the baby, dizziness overcame me. The room spun, weakness set in, and my consciousness faded. My soul, confused, found itself outside my body. In despair, I saw my body on the floor, my son in his crib. Panic surged as I struggled to reunite with my body. Desperation led me to prayer. God, now is not the time. My son needs me. Miraculously, a cloud-like door materialized in the room. Uneasy but compelled, I entered. A calm, loving atmosphere enveloped me, an energy of pure love in a space devoid of matter. Despite the lack of physicality, the energy assured me I was never alone. A bright light ahead captivated me, and I moved towards its secret. As I approached, a figure materialized, a tall being in a white robe, God. Though his face eluded me, I sensed his holiness and power. In his presence I felt small, and God conveyed that my time had not yet come. My children still needed care, and despite my desire to stay, he guided me back. Yearning for divine assistance to reunite with my corporeal form, I beseeched God for permission to pose a series of inquiries. In gracious agreement, God acquiesced, and I delved into the intricacies of why certain individuals encounter celestial beings and the Almighty during near-death episodes, while others traverse a different course. God expounded on the notion that each soul charts its unique trajectory, with some necessitating additional guidance in rediscovering faith and purpose. Angels and the Almighty act as beacons for those adrift, aiding them in their quest, while those already on a steadfast path may not cross paths with these celestial entities, yet experience divergent facets during near-death sojourns. God underscored the paramount importance of placing trust in one's heart and intuition as the pivotal compass for self-discovery. The Almighty emphasized the uniqueness of every individual journey, admonishing against coercing others onto a particular path. Contemplating a past decision to undergo an abortion at the age of 25, an act shrouded in lingering guilt, I sought divine insights into its specific adverse repercussions. God responded, condemning abortion as an erroneous practice that violates the sanctity of every conceived life. The repercussions, both physical and psychological, cast a shadow not only on individuals but reverberate through society. God urged a stance of respect for all conceived lives, promoting support and aid for those grappling with pregnancy challenges instead of resorting to abortion. In a poignant revelation, God presented an image, the soul of a child in search of a nurturing and joyful home. The child traversed numerous families but found not the haven sought. Finally, encountering a couple brimming with love and mutual care, the child elected them as prospective parents. Tragically, 2 months later, the couple encountered relational strife, leading to the decision for an abortion. A nascent life evaporated. Though engulfed in shame, God refrained from casting blame, underscoring the universal capacity for redemption and inner tranquility through reflection and transformation. Every life, God stressed, holds intrinsic value and warrants reverence. Inquisitive about the prospect of visiting heaven, I petitioned God, who responded with a benevolent smile and an affirming nod. A surge of exhilaration coursed through me as I tightly clasped God's hand. Abruptly, we vanished, reappearing in a resplendent milieu. Beneath my feet sprawled emerald green grass, yielding and plush. In the distance, a melodious waterfall echoed. The air carried a refreshing scent, enveloping serene and picturesque surroundings. Above, a colossal city suspended in the heavens boasted towering edifices, palaces, and sculptures, encircled by a sylvan expanse and a tranquil lake. Below, charming villages dotted with delightful abodes encircled by gardens and ponds. Children frolicked joyfully, rendering everything dreamlike. Turning to God, his countenance radiated warmth as he imparted, "This is heaven, where bliss and joy abound." Overflowing with gratitude, I marveled at the opportunity to step into such a sublime realm. Amidst the splendor, a faint cry echoed, reminiscent of my son. Realizing the imperative to return, God enveloped me in warmth, and suddenly, I found myself back in the void. Passing through the ethereal threshold, I re-entered the tangible world, akin to awakening from a reverie. The portal vanished, and reality reasserted itself. Attempting to mobilize my ethereal form, I encountered an impediment, akin to a spectral entity yearning to reconnect with my corporeal vessel in response to my son's cries. In the face of adversity, I refused to surrender. Determination fueled my efforts as I sought to reunite my soul with my body. A surge of incredible energy flowed, gradually reviving my body's dormant movement. It wasn't a smooth process. Rather, it felt like my entire being convulsed with intense pain. Undeterred, I persisted. Slowly but surely, I succeeded in merging with my physical self, a rush of exhilaration accompanying the return of my mobility. Directed by an inexplicable force, I made my way to my son's crib. As I lifted him, his cries waned, and a profound calm settled in. My body regained its strength, and I metamorphosed into a complete being once more. Though a decade has passed since that extraordinary incident, the details remain etched in my memory. It stands as one of the most remarkable and significant moments of my existence. I'm indebted to the presence of a higher power that stood by me in my darkest hour. In a time when my soul seemed adrift and purposeless, God intervened, bestowing hope and fortitude. Fast forward, and my son is on the brink of turning 18. I express my gratitude to God for granting me the privilege of witnessing his growth. Reflecting on his journey, I ponder how life might have unfolded had I truly departed during that challenging period. My heart swells with appreciation as I observe his development, his independence, confidence, and sense of responsibility. I find myself basking in the joy of being the luckiest individual, blessed with a vibrant and contented child and a harmonious family. Today, I hold each moment in high regard, placing my trust in the divine plan. Regardless of the uncertainties the future may bring, I remain thankful for every individual and experience that shapes my life. They are all precious gifts, orchestrated by a benevolent force beyond our comprehension.